Oh, my friends, if you are anything like me, you have spent decades of your life sitting in your favorite armchair, watching the continuous whirlwind of drama spinning through the halls of Port Charles. We have seen characters die and rise from the grave more times than we can count. We have seen super couples break our hearts, and we have watched villains come and go. But let me tell you, what is brewing right now on General Hospital has got my old heart beating faster than it has in years. I am talking about this absolute pressure cooker of a storyline involving Sidwell, Britt, Rocco, and our long-awaited savior, Jason. If you ask me, we are standing on the precipice of one of the most explosive showdowns this show has ever given us. And the writers are dropping hints that point to a massive twist that completely flips the traditional script on its head. Let us break down what is happening because the tension is getting almost too hot to handle. We all know Sidwell is hunting Britt down like a predator. He is desperate, furious, and dangerous because he absolutely needs her to finish that high-stakes cold fusion project. But here is the magnificent kicker. Guys, the element that changes everything. Sidwell thinks he holds all the cards because he has the formula for the medication Britt needs. He is used to manipulating people through fear and leverage. But what this arrogant villain fails to realize is that Britt has already crossed the emotional Rubicon. When she made the choice to run away with Rocco, she made a quiet, definitive peace with her own mortality. She dropped her own survival instincts in exchange for protecting that boy. That is a mother's love, or rather a protector's love, in its purest, most devastating form. She doesn't care about the cure anymore if it means being a puppet. And oh, I can just see the look on Sidwell's face when it finally clicks in his cruel mind. How do you threaten a woman who looks straight into the eyes of the Grim Reaper and shrugs her shoulders? You can't. This completely breaks Sidwell's brain, doesn't it? He is going to realize that his threats are useless raindrops against a steel umbrella. So, what does a cornered fox do? He pivots. Mark my words. We are about to see Sidwell do something completely out of character. He is going to offer her a golden deal born out of sheer, unadulterated desperation. He will promise absolute safety for both Britt and Rocco. And to sweeten the pot, he is going to hand over the actual formula of the cure so she can research and manufacture it herself. It sounds like the ultimate win for our girl. A beautiful miracle born from her own stubborn fearlessness, and I bet she is going to take it. But come on, we have been watching this show since the days of cassette tapes and rotary phones. We know a villain's promise is about as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane. Sidwell isn't just going to let them walk away once he gets his cold fusion. And that, my friends, is exactly where the goosebumps kick in, because you know who is looming in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Yes, Jason is coming back, and I might just throw a party in my living room when his face finally flashes on the screen. The writers are setting him up for a masterpiece of an arc, but if you look closely at the clues, it isn't going to play out the way the standard predictable storylines usually do. Everyone thinks Jason is just going to fly in, guns blazing, and carry Britt away. No, that is too simple for a veteran viewer like me to buy. Jason is smarter than that now. He has aged, he has evolved, just like the rest of us. Think about the sheer weight of what is at stake here. Jason knows that if Sidwell completes this cold fusion project, it isn't just a threat to Britt. It is a catastrophic danger to every single living soul in our beloved town. He cannot and will not let Sidwell cross that finish line. But instead of just blowing up the lab and running, Jason is going to play the long, quiet game. He is going to let Britt accept the deal. Why? Because getting that formula is the only way to save her life, and Jason would move heaven and earth to ensure her survival. He will let her get her hands on that precious cure, and while she is secretly securing her future, he will be her invisible guardian angel, watching over her and Rocco from the dark corners. But here is where my personal theory veers away from the obvious plot line. And I want you to really think about this with me. Jason isn't just going to stand guard. He is going to whisper in Britt's ear, advising her to subtly, meticulously sabotage the final steps of the cold fusion project from the inside out. He will have her alter a calculation here, swap a chemical component there, ensuring the project fails completely while making it look like a technical anomaly. Meanwhile, Jason is going to be moving like a ghost through Sidwell's operations, gathering irrefutable ironclad evidence of the man's horrific crimes. Now, how does this end? This is the question that keeps me up past my bedtime staring at the ceiling. The mainstream theory is that Jason gets the evidence, calls the cops, and Sidwell goes to prison. But let us be real for a minute. When has General Hospital ever let a villain as juicy as Sidwell just walk away in handcuffs? It is too cold, too anticlimactic. No, Sidwell is going to find out he is being played, he is going to corner them, and he is going to fight back with everything he has. And when he draws that weapon, Jason is going to bop that trigger without a single shred of hesitation. With the mountain of criminal evidence Jason has already gathered, he won't just be a vigilante, he will be an undeniable town hero. The police department will have no choice but to look the other way, stamping it as a textbook case of justifiable homicide to protect innocent lives. Or, if we want to talk about a truly delicious, high-stakes risk that would keep us glued to our screens for weeks, what if Jason takes an even darker, more classic Port Charles route? What if he terminates Sidwell in total secrecy, disposes of the body, and perfectly manufactures a trail of fraudulent evidence suggesting that Sidwell simply panicked and fled the jurisdiction to escape the law? It would leave the town safe, Britt cured, and Jason holding a massive, heavy secret that could blow up at any moment in the future. That is the kind of storytelling that made us fall in love with daytime television 40 years ago. Oh, the heat is rising, everyone, and you can practically feel the electricity humming through the screen. We are watching a perfect storm where a villain's ignorance of his own impending doom meets a woman's fearless love and a hero's ultimate calculus. Sidwell thinks he is the master puppeteer, completely blind to the fact that his own executioner is standing right behind the curtain. It is beautiful, it is tragic, and it is vintage General Hospital. I don't know about you, but I won't be answering the phone or pouring my tea when these episodes air. We are in for a wild, glorious ride, and I cannot wait to see our beloved characters fight their way through the fire.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.